All right. So this is, I think, is a video. I came across it. I didn't listen to it yet. Let's pause. So it's 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Okay, she is a private citizen. So that alone probably tell me they're talking about Meghan. She was born in the US. There's another clue here. She doesn't live in the UK. Another clue. Her lifestyle isn't funded by UK taxpayers. Another clue. She is a toddler. Okay, she is a toddler. You should be ashamed of yourself. Okay, so that she is a toddler. So that's probably Lily. Okay, you should be ashamed of yourself. There's the video here. Okay, I thought it was about Meghan, but that here, toddler, so that's Lily. So let's listen. 2 minutes and 17 seconds.
Family members and Lilibet's friends, not family members from this side of the pond.
No, of course.
Though, Jack, and actually, remarkably, we know so very little about Lily.
And of course, no photograph is the key thing. So with
well, that's right. This is what they call about privacy. When they do share anything, okay. Before, can you remember the first 2 years when they were in the US, when they put pictures about the Christmas thing? These people turned this into a complete 360. Last year, I don't think they did. But then again, you had the docu-series, you had all sort of things. So we had tons and tons of content and videos of the kids. So they didn't put anything out. But you people always complaining though. So this is the kind of privacy they were looking for. When they decided to share with you, you get what they decided to share with you. Things that they feel comfortable. Meghan talked about this in the Oprah interview.
Want when it comes to privacy.
It's not them who have said they want privacy. It's something that the tabloid.
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
It's said about them that's latched on. They have taken steps when there have been blatant violations, unlawful violations of privacy. Of course, then they've challenged it because that's in line with their values. But that doesn't mean just because you assert your human rights that you then become some kind of Trappist monk and take a vow of silence and you're not allowed to discuss anything. That's not how privacy works. Privacy is about the right to own and control what personal information you choose to share with somebody.
That you shouldn't you have an expectation that you're going to have to lose privacy?
Well, it's two things here.
That's part of the deal.
Two things here. I think everyone has a basic right to privacy. Basic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're not talking about anything that anybody else wouldn't expect. So if you're at work and you have a photograph of your child on your desk and your coworker says, "Oh my gosh, your kid's so cute. That's fantastic. Can I see your phone so I can see all the pictures of your child?" You go, "No, this is the picture I'm comfortable sharing with you." And then if they double down and say, "No, but you already showed me that one, so you have to show me everything." You know what? I'm just going to hire someone to sit in front of your house or hide in the bushes and take pictures into your backyard because you've lost your right to privacy because you shared one image with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of the flawed argument and this operating mechanism that they're confusing people to think. I think life is about being able to share our stories and share parts of our lives that you're comfortable with. There's no one who's on Instagram or social media that would say, because I shared this one picture, that entitles you to have my entire camera roll. Go ahead, look through it. No one would want that. So it's about boundaries and it's about respect. They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy.
Mm-hmm.
But now you guys have an issue with that as well. Okay, it's none of your business. These are their children. They do what they want to do with them. And, share whatever it is that they want to share. So let's move it back slightly. Well, let's start all over.
Family members and Lilibet's friends, not family members from this side of the pond.
No, of course.
Though, Jack, and actually, remarkably, we know so very little about Lily.
And of course, no photograph is the key thing. So with Archie, we actually have seen a whole bunch of pictures and the little video clips of him from his early life because they decided to do that during the for the Oprah interview and for some of their other projects. But they
There's
really
one for
haven't
Lily's
really.
first birthday, which was here,
Which was at
wasn't
Frogmore
it?
Cottage here. Yeah, that was the day that we think she met the Queen. But although there's no picture of the two of them together, but. it feels kind of strange because she's a royal kid. I do kind of respect it as well, though. This is actually what they always said that they wanted to do for their children. And then
exactly. Okay, I didn't even hear it. He makes sense here. This is exactly what they wanted, and they got it.
They kind of rode back a bit with Archie, and did put him into the limelight a little bit. But with Lilibet, they really are kind of keeping her in a kind of bubble where she can live a semi-ordinary, very affluent but semi-ordinary life.
Yeah, I mean, this was the choice, wasn't it? They knew that if they stepped back, they could have complete control over exactly what they did, and nobody had any right or means to question any of it. And that's what they've got. You know, they don't want to release pictures, they don't want to release information. They're not going to, and that's absolutely fine. People magazine had the story that there was a little party for Lily this past weekend ahead of her birthday yesterday, but that the Sussex camp really not saying anything at all about her birthday or about...
Yeah, they don't owe us any of this, okay? They don't owe us any of this. If you guys had left them alone, I'm pretty sure we would have had tons and tons of content, because you guys refuse to let them live their lives. I've said this before. What the tabloid wanted, as Harry and Meghan and their little family enjoying life, the British media wants to be part of it, and Harry and Meghan said no. While I'm enjoying my life, I do not want you near me. Afterward, if I took pictures, if I had videos, I could decide which of these contents I want to share with you after they enjoy their moment. But you guys will not give them an ounce. My goodness, Harry had to spend money to get the freedom that he has now, and he's still fighting. Go to video 1 with the appeal. Okay? But you guys will not let them. How is this living life? But meanwhile, there's Kate, who hasn't been seen since December. But you guys don't want to talk about that. Even this segment should not even be about Lily. It's none of your business. Where is Kate? Oh my goodness. Let's continue.
What they were doing for it. So, you know, that's their prerogative now, and that's
they don't need to do it. I mean, right from the word go, when Archie was born and Meghan didn't want to follow the protocol of standing out there with your newborn baby hours after giving birth, which is, you know, most people would find pretty terrifying. They have wanted to do things differently when it came to their children, and that's what we're...
And then with that as well, not standing in front of the hospital after giving birth, remember, at that time, many of us did not know, but many of the squad probably had an idea, is that the threat level between the press, the UK, and random people against them. So you're standing in front of a hospital and a whole bunch of camera pointing at you. You don't know who's who. It wasn't safe at all. Okay? So you can understand why they didn't want to do that. Alright, so I move it back again.
You know, most people would find pretty terrifying. They have wanted to do things differently when it came to their children, and that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, they've wanted to have control, really. That's what it was all about. And I've always maintained, you know, they never said that they wanted to go and have a totally private life. And when people have come forward and criticised them for why are you doing things publicly when you want it to be private?
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
They wanted control. That's what they wanted. They wanted to be able to decide for themselves and not be dictated by convention or expectations linked to...
Shouldn't you have an expectation that you're going to have to lose privacy?
Well, it's two things here.
That's part of the deal.
Two things here. I think everyone has a basic right to privacy. Basic, right? So if you're at work and you have a photograph of your child on your desk and your coworker says, "Oh my gosh, your kid's so cute. That's fantastic. Can I see your phone so I can see all the pictures of your child?" You go, "No, this is the picture I'm comfortable sharing with you. You have to show me everything." You know what? I'm just going to hire someone to sit in front of your house or hide in the bushes and take pictures into your backyard because you've lost your right to privacy because you shared one image with me. Mm-hmm. That's sort of the flawed argument and its operating mechanism that they're confusing people to think.
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
I think life is about being able to share our stories and share parts of our lives that you're comfortable with.
They wanted control. That's what they wanted. They wanted to be able to decide for themselves and not be dictated by convention or expectations linked to...
suffered, do everything you can to make sure that whatever negative experiences that you had, that you can make it right for your kids. We chose to put our mental health first. That's what we're doing, and that's what we will continue to do. Isn't this all about breaking the cycle? Isn't this all about making sure that history doesn't repeat itself? That whatever pain and suffering has happened to you, that you don't pass on?
What? I'm surprised she's actually saying this. I don't know who she is. That's exactly that. So what took them so long to actually say the truth? But the other guy literally said, if you want privacy, go back to America. Meghan also said she never talked about privacy. Why did these people took so long to actually said what she just said? Let me move it back. The last few minutes, or should I say second, of that video. That's exactly that. They wanted control.
Terrifying. They have wanted to do things differently when it came to their children, and that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, they've wanted to have control, really. That's what it was all about. And I've always maintained, they never said that they wanted to go and have a totally private life. And when people have come forward and criticised them for why are you doing things publicly when you wanted to be private, they wanted control. That's what they wanted. They wanted to be able to decide for themselves and not be dictated by convention or expectations linked to...
Okay, so that's that. I would like to listen more of her, what she's saying here. Okay, they're mad because they can't... Oops, let's pause. They're mad because they can't make money off of Lily. They are also mad because they don't know how they look. They can't be racist without pictures. That's true. 100%. And have they done things differently? Does the public get details about birthday parties for any of the royal kids, including the future heir? Okay, they assumed that Harry and Meghan was going to trade their children for good press. They are disappointed because they don't have any access to them and can't describe the looks. They deserve all of that. They asked for it. The UK tabloid. They, intruding into her life. I mean, I don't know why they felt this was the right thing to do. Invading into their oh my God. Well, when you think about it, because the institution have been for a very long time. So they've been in control of everything. So they thought they were going to be able to control that. But Harry and Meghan said, no, I want control of my life. I have to control what I want to share with you. All right. The lady in the purple jacket got it right. She is a shit stirrer. Oh, really? She blocked me 4 years ago because I questioned her clickbait articles. I don't know who she is. Yeah, she blocked me too. She's sly. Very interesting. This is what the true squad is from the beginning. I don't know who that lady is. Royston desperately wanted photos for his money packet. He sounds so disappointed. There's a laugh. Miss Murphy also coming to term that Camp Sussex wanted control. So that's her name. Murphy. Okay, so these are other squatters who probably been there from the beginning because I have no clue. All three of them. I think the guy, I sort of have an idea. I think he sometime write for Newsweek. I think that's him. I'm not 100%. But the other two ladies, I have no clue. Okay. Miss Murphy also coming to term that Camp Sussex wanted control, not following conventional archaic rules to meet people's expectation. All right, let's pause this. Alright, y'all are monsters. I will protect my children from those British monsters too after the way they treated Archie. Okay, they need to leave babies and children alone, demons. Alright, so with that, let me go to the next one.